You know, it connects with people. I think the message here is like, you know, shoot your shots. Every time you put a piece of art.
True. That is a good strategy. Only make trash beats.
Does it connect with people? Does it sound good?
About creative flow. Sometimes like when you get in that creative flow, that flow state, I think they call it, you know, you can work really quickly because the pieces are just falling into place. All right, we're going to talk about why the worst beats become hit songs. Why do they? I don't know. I mean, I kind of know why, I think. But let's hear them out.
Producers are making beats in 10 minutes, and those beats become hit songs. It's crazy. It's clear that producers really just aren't doing anything. They're lazy. Beats don't matter anymore. Any old beat can become a hit song. It doesn't even matter who's making it.
I think like DJ Payne is not really good with sarcasm because he's being sarcastic here. I could see how people could take this the wrong way. I could see how they're not getting it. He sounds serious. He actually sounds serious.
It's an objective fact. Or I'm just being sarcastic again like I have been in the past 4 or 5 videos.
Nope, too late. I already clicked off. It's been 15 seconds. I clicked off and wrote you a hate comment already. Sorry.
The last couple producers I interviewed, including Bolo and Doc Jam, created hit songs, and what they...
True, that could work something. I could try unplugging it too.
That they made those beats within 10 minutes. And what I often see from artists who make the argument that producers don't matter and that they shouldn't be paying producers for beats is that, well, why should I be paying...
Thank you, Andy Klang. Appreciate that, man.
...for a beat when the producer just threw it together in 10 or 15 minutes? What a conversation, right? All right, so I brought it up.
Well, I mean, hey, like if a doctor fucking fixes your fucking back in 10 minutes, like does that mean you shouldn't pay him for that?
With Dame and Aaron, they shared their thoughts, and we also have, thanks to producer culture, some clips from both Timberland and Jetson Made It. So hopefully producers can get out of their heads when it comes to all of these restrictions and limitations and criteria that we impose onto our own creative process.
Pain is too emotionless to pull off sarcasm. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That just make us miserable. Thank you for tuning in to the new podcast. If you don't know where to find all of our new podcast episodes on one channel, the link is in the description. Thank you so much. I recently interviewed Bolo, the producer. You know,
those are some crazy ass glasses.
He revealed that a diamond song that he produced, Silent Hills Watch Me.
Whoa, oh my god. Yo, what's this dude got on his beard, dude? Hey, yo, what, dude? Dude just slid in frame with like, I don't know, some cream on his fucking beard or something.
You do, Aaron, because you were in Atlanta when that dropped. He revealed that it only
was
took
going
him...
crazy.
Nobody's gonna mention how he's got cream or something on his beard. I fucking love streaming. This is so fun.
He revealed the beat took him 10 minutes to make, and the overall song took them 45 minutes to put together. And it wasn't because, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, here we go. We're now at the point.
He fucking figured it out, man. Oh, man.
People just don't care. They're just trying to shit beats out. It's like, listen, man. And I feel someone left a comment on my YouTube today.
That'd have been amazing if, you know, she's got spinach in her teeth. He's got cream on his beard. We would have the trio, the Holy Trinity.
I feel like what's understood doesn't need to...
We'd have tic-tac-toe.
People don't understand. When you sit down in front of an instrument or a DAW or a microphone, you are not coming up with something out of nowhere. You are drawing on your experience up to that point. So maybe that's 10 years of experience. So you are actually making your song in 10 years and 10 minutes, not just 10 minutes. In Bolo and Silent Hill situation, they were just running out of studio time. So they only had 45 minutes. And that hit song allowed him to retire early. So producers in the comment section.
I mean, I wouldn't say Bolo retired early, man. He's uploading every single fucking day right now. And he uploads to Instagram like daily too.
And I think that anger mostly comes from a place of jealousy and bitterness from one's own lack of success. But there's also this other notion that more complexity and time invested in a beat automatically makes that beat better. You can look this up. You can look up songs, famous songs that were created in a short amount of time. And it's not just people.
I mean, when you're in your creative flow, you can do things quickly. And that goes with any art form.
Love to just put this on modern music, especially rap. And that's why rap is trash today. Losing My Religion by R.E.M. was written in 10 minutes, apparently. Ray Charles wrote What I Say in 15 minutes. Charlie Puth wrote...
Who the fuck was timing all this shit? Usually it's this chick not talking at all, but right now it's only Payne talking so far.
A producer thinking that complexity or just nonstop additions and nonstop obsessing over a product is what makes it good. And clearly that's not true.
Yeah, I think it's really important what you're saying. Like, people are drawing from a decade, 5 years, 17 years worth of experience. I think it's a really cool story because that's like your back's against the wall. You're like, okay, I got to pull something out of this
Does the guy on the left know he's there? Yeah, I'm not sure.
session. And who knows, they might have recorded 5, 6, 7, 8 other songs during that session that took a long time. And that's just the one that took off. I think I have to be careful with it because sometimes I tend to get down to the baseline and be like, oh, I gotta hurry up and do this thing. But I think a lot of times when you have a lot of parameters, boundaries, constraints, some of your best things come from that because you're just working with what you have. You're like, this is all I have. It's how I gotta figure it out. I was talking to my business partner, Brandon, 2 days ago because we have a summit in Austin coming up next weekend during MLK weekend. And I'm teaching a workshop on how to make money off of your ideas. And I was like, man, I was feeling like a fraud while I was like writing because I'm doing a 90-minute.
How the fuck do you teach that? I mean, just have good ideas, really.
Workshop on it, and I'm bringing up a couple of other experts, but I'm like, I was feeling like a fraud, and then I went and looked and was like, I haven't had a job in 6 years. Whatever, like, look at what you have and use that. The reason that it's not growing is because you're not using what you have. You're complaining about.
Bro, imagine this guy on the left says something, like, in a minute or two, and the only thing he says is like, I just realized I had cream on my beard, some cream filling, some cream pie on my beard.
What you don't have.
Well, yeah, and people will say in the same breath, pressure makes diamonds, and then you say, okay, cool, let's do this fun like 30-minute beat challenge. What? I can't put my art in a box. Okay.
I remember when Hop
He actually said something, bro. I would have had bingo if he didn't say anything.
recorded a song, you know, because Hop was very against like mainstream,
I was teaching a course on how to get rich quick and started to feel like a fraud. Yeah, no shit.
you know, simple rap.
Imposter syndrome, that's a real thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you do feel like a fraud, and it is true, though.
Stuff like that. And he made like a simple song as a joke. And that was the song, and that ended up doing like really, really well. It's not really about like how long something takes. It's how does it connect with people? Does it sound good?
How is nobody mentioning the thing I said? Like, it's about creative flow. Sometimes, like, when you get in that creative flow, that flow state, I think they call it, you know, you can work really quickly because the pieces are just falling into place.
All people really care about. You know, you shouldn't be a hater anyway. You shouldn't be hating on anybody's success because
Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Being a hater is good sometimes.
that's really only going to hold yourself back. But does it connect? Does it connect or not? And sometimes, you know, especially here in the United States, there's a lot of very simple-minded people in the United States. A lot of dumb people.
Only in the United States, yes.
You can connect with people in various ways. You know, figure out your lane and what you want to do and, you know, try to connect.
And connection doesn't have to always be exactly everything that you love. I think that there's like what you have for yourself and your people, and then it's what you have for the world. And that's something that I've had to learn is like not necessarily siloing myself or limiting myself, but understanding what like my public contribution is.
He's like, hold on, I got to get some more cream pie. I'll be right back.
The world and what I have and keep sacred for myself and for others. Similar to what Dame just said, I just want to comment on this in
Last Tool album took 11 years. I think that's more so a product of like them writing a bunch of songs and then like finally getting on to the ones that they actually want to put onto the album, you know, or them just jerking off for 10 years.
Rest in peace, OG Mako. But he passed recently, and there's been a lot of
Also, I think they had to drop acid for like 10 of those years.
People talking about, you guessed it, because of
dude, if he came back with more cream on his face, I would have laughed. I'm already losing my shit just because that would have been
how quickly he made that song. Same thing. You guessed it, was made as a joke because he was like, I know that people are gonna, he's like, stupid people, I won't give his direct quote, but stupid people will like this song. And it blew up and it was his huge thing, but he never lost sight of that. People in Atlanta knew what it was, but people thought he was like a dummy or whatever. He was actually super intelligent and channeling what he understood about people. But then he took that, he was traveling.
Rappers should pay for quick beats. Okay.
You know, the small contingent of rappers that just have a religious hatred against buying beats or paying producers, they always say, oh, you just make this shit in 15 minutes anyway. You're replaceable. So my question is very quickly, maybe this is...
Hold on, Payne. Before we address that, like, is it artists that have like traction?
No, never.
Exactly. So that's the mindset of somebody that is not progressing.
Oh, no, absolutely. The problem is...
Damn, bro, he's like Silent Bob, dude. He spit some wisdom right there. He didn't barely say shit. When he does, though, spitting.
Seep into our subconscious. A lot of producers have, I know I do, that imposter syndrome creeps in. I just don't want that to happen. I think what happens is producers are often listening to music as producers, not consumers.
Popping this tiny little water bottle out of nowhere.
And so that's a very different perspective. And so when we make beats that maybe this one took us 10 minutes, we feel a way about it. Maybe this one seems too simple. We feel a way about it. We try to hide it out. But my question is...
Hold on, let me pour myself coffee real quick. Don't go anywhere.
Think of a hit song or a song that people love that has...
Definitely a missed opportunity, or like fucking coke on my nose or something.
Terrible beat on it. Because I had this conversation and people brought up three beats. One was The Motto for Drake. I don't know how they thought that was terrible because that beat has tons of energy. You play that track, everyone skips around. Someone else said Single Ladies, and
skips around.
The producer, Tricky Stewart, hated that beat. He almost deleted it until The Dream heard it and was like, I hear something for it.
I could see Single Ladies.
The energy, though, there's a whole dance. So my thing is, and then someone else said Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy came up a lot. I'm like, okay, I understand that as a producer or a music connoisseur, you might listen to that beat and say, it's three notes. My thing is, though, you couldn't put any beat under the Laffy Taffy lyrics and still get the success, the popularity, because the dance that came from that is 100% tied into the beat. So you might not love the melody, but there's something...
Single Ladies is an awful song. I can't remember what that sounds like. Hold on a second. Single Ladies. I'm just going to play like 3 seconds of it. Holy shit, this beat does suck, dude. That's fucking terrible. Okay, wow. All right, yeah. No wonder I forgot what that sounded like. I kind of wish I didn't hear that.
Infectious, that inspires people to move because of that beat. Same with Single Ladies. There's a whole dance to it. People say, oh, the Soulja Boy beat. How many tracks sounded just like that track, 5 years after it came out? People are still doing speed runs for that beat.
Well, it's a meme, bro. It's a fucking meme. It's not because it's good.
Like what we just did, though. Like, we gave credibility to an argument that doesn't even really exist amongst people that have any type of success. That's the internet for us, right? Like, I can go on the internet, and I think I said this before. I go on the internet.
I guess that's kind of true, but I mean, I don't know. Hey, if you want a hot take for a YouTube video, you got to argue with the fucking stupid fucking argument sometimes.
And find every perspective, opinion under the sun, And I think people that want to lean in to a particular narrative, go searching for certain opinions, unearth them and act like they is a bigger entity than they really is. Like, they is really a small subsection of people, but since we highlight it now, now we can get people chiming in, but we're really only talking to like the people that have no traction, and obviously that's not what the MEC is about. Like, so I don't really want to lean into perspectives from people that don't have traction.
I'm sorry, bro. If you want your podcast to be popular, you're gonna have to talk about shitty takes sometimes.
End on this end, because I just want the imposter syndrome gone. But a lot of producers do feel this way before, and I'm sure songwriters.
Yeah, there's definitely people with traction that feel that way too. Like, they're like, oh, dude, that huge placement I got, I did not like that beat at all.
Writers feel that way too. I'd love to hear the perspectives from all the artists that I mentioned before that have nothing to do with rap, like REM and all them. And, even Axl Rose raised his ass. He can sing his ass off, though. He wrote Sweet Child of Mine really quickly. And so that's a classic.
Name looks like a Black Keemstar. Yeah, I see it.
Classic rock song. Nothing to do with rap and us hip-hoppers that just copy and paste it. So, in the producer community, though, there is this narrative that, if it's not complex, or if we don't like it, no one else is going to like it.
Hey, bro, that was probably one of my least favorite beats.
Actually, I feel like the more complex it is, the harder it is for people to get into it. So that's probably part of the reason.
Really, man? Hell yeah. Yeah. Like, if you go listen to Suge and then you go listen to some other beats I don't even make beats like, bro, that's
And it's not just him.
I might don't know. Like, cause I ain't like 1 minute, man.
What does that one sound like? I haven't heard that in a long time. No, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it, dude.
I thought that beat was
Yeah, that beat is kind of trash, actually, dude. Why is she making that face right now, dude?
really. I ain't really care for it.
No, that beat is kind of trash, actually, dude.
Wow. I was about to throw it away.
This is.
So how did y'all push through? She was like, "You crazy?" She came and she heard she said, "Yeah, baby."
Right.
But that was but that won't like get your freak on though. Get your freak on. I knew
This is normal. I mean, artists talk about this all the time. Like the song that they weren't gonna put out.
Bro, like, he's got to take an L here, dude. He was saying that people with no traction are probably the ones saying this, and then he just pulled up fucking Timbaland and some other dudes. I don't remember the Justin made.
You know, I hear that all the time.
You know what's kind of interesting about that? Like, I didn't notice how much I don't like those beats until I heard them now. You know what I mean? Like, at the time, I didn't really notice that. But, you know, I wasn't a producer back when I first heard 1 Minute Man. Like, I guess, like, when you're not a producer, you don't really think about it. Don't think about it as much.
Time when I interview artists on the Independent Living podcast, when we dive into some of their more successful songs, ask them, like, how it got so successful. I don't know. I wasn't even gonna put that one out. You know, it connects with people. I think the message here is like, you know, shoot your shots. Every time you put a piece of art
True. That is a good strategy. Only make trash beats.
out, you're giving yourself another raffle ticket, essentially.
True.
And you just never know when your number is gonna get called. You know, shoot your shot.
This bro crying
Get out of your
again.
head. You don't know it.
Nah, he had cream pie in his face this time.
Everything. You don't know what the consumer wants.
We don't even know everything. And we have
morning.
a podcast.
All right, cool. Very cool.